Hello everyone and welcome back to a Let's Play of The Long Dark story mode with your host Invalid. Where we last left off, we had gotten enough firewood to satisfy the desires of the Grey Mother, but now she has us on another fetch quest, namely, what am I, good god, namely food. And she asked us to go and grab something. Let me see if I can find my journal. Here we go. Grey Mother will starve unless you stock our pantry with food. Scavenge what you can from the environment around you. Some food sources are easier to find than others. Just as a heads up, there may be coughing in this video. I am currently sick. But considering that I am freezing my ass off and have a blanket around me and some nice warm tea, I thought it was perfect for this game. So I'll do as much editing as I can, but every once in a while a cough or a sniffle may come through. Let's see, break into the gas station and ransack it for supplies. 8,000 for food? Jeez Louise. The only reason that we're getting all this stuff for Grey Mother, or Granny, whatever, is the fact that she potentially has information on the woman we're looking for, Astrid. And I wish for the life of me that I could remember where she said the pry bar was that we were looking for. You guys can look at a video and see and listen to it. I don't have that option. Whoops, and I don't have the option to jump over this either. It's been a little bit since I played this game, forgotten the fact that I can't jump. Okay. Second I thought I heard a dog. Where'd you say it was? So breaking into the gas station is optional, but I don't know where a pry bar might be. Just make sure. I'm not too bad for... Let's see. May as well just break it down this way. It's actually a nice day in the Long Dark, all things considered. Our heat is not going down quickly, and it's all nice and wonderful. Gonna grab some fuel for myself, and I actually think I'm already over encumbered as it is, so I'm just gonna go ahead and drop off some of the items in my inventory if I could get up onto the property. Here we go. That's the firewood bin. Now where is her pantry? It's probably in the kitchen, right? If I can find the kitchen, here we go. Pantry, here we are. No, that's not it. Trash can, cabinet, stove. Ah, refrigerator, perfect. Uh-oh, game just froze. There we go, jeez. That was a little concerning. Here, have all my dog food. Yeah, this is going to free up a lot of space for us. Have some coffee as well. We'll give her 3 out of 5. And then some of the sodas. We'll break it down until we have one of everything. Transfer all. New pinnacle. Transfer that over. Transfer the tomato soup over. And we'll take a can of dog food back. That will have taken our weight down by a little bit, not too much, but a little bit. She's asking for 40 kilograms of food. Good grief. Alright, so where's the pry bar she was talking about? Well, I guess I could ask her, couldn't I? Okay. I'm not seeing it up there. Story. I don't remember how much of this we went through in the last episode, but we'll go through it again. still had ears in town. The gossips, they were scared, etc., 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 etc. Okay. So, where the hell is her pry bar? Because she talked about having one, and I have no idea where that might be. Absolutely zero. Unless I already have it? Question mark? Let's take a look. No, I don't have a pry bar yet. Not yet, that's for sure. Alright, how's my weight doing anyway? While I'm thinking about it. Oh, I got 27 out of 28 kilograms. Yee. Some of that is likely from the... Oh, I need to do something with these guts and everything too, don't I? Food... Wait. Oh, and I have fresh rabbit as well. Did I not give this to her? No, I gave her the pelt, that's what I did. So how would one cure the gut? Questions for days. It looks like it's starting to get dark out there. Yeah, and the wind's picking up. Not too bad yet, but it's getting there. Okay, where was it? Air drying indoors. Okay, I think that's our answer. Gonna stick it around inside and let it cure. You don't mind if I just leave gut in here, do you? Just drop all of this. Just leave some guts on our floor. No offense or nothing, but oh, some cured leather, that's nice. Fresh deer hide. Yep, alright. Just let it do its thing. Oh, I wish I could remember where she said the, what's it was. The pry bar. Thought she said it was out here somewhere, but I don't remember for sure. Is it in here, perhaps? No, it's not open yet.
I need snow if the hypothermia will kill me.
Alright, our character is getting mighty thirsty. And I think this is a totally different direction that we don't want to head into quite yet. Because we are looking for Astrid after all. And from here, we don't have a determined course for her travel. Hence the Grey Mother. And it's been enough days that we don't have any real way of knowing, or any real way of tracking, I should say. Alright. No, cancel. Alright, let's have, not some dog food, let's have a grape soda. And I guess, do we have another soda? No, we have dog food, that's not very helpful. Let's drink some water. That'll reduce our weight by a fair amount. And I think what I'm actually going to do is go ahead and throw down the bedroll for the night. Before I do that, though, definitely want something to eat. If I can find that rabbit. Yum. Alright, and I'm going to figure out where the hell she said the pry bar was. See you in the morning. Oh, geez, I need some water. Real bad. Oh, there goes more weight. Jeez. But now I'm hungry. A new chocolate bar. Mmm. Okay. Okay. So now that that's taken care of, where's my bedroll? Alright, we got our bedroll. And it is just now dawn. So I looked up where the pry bar is. It is apparently in the shed. Supposedly where the axe was. Oh boy. Yeah, it's another cold morning in Canada. One of the cool mechanics about this game, though, is that you can actually take shelter from the wind. So while temperature extremes aren't going to help you very much, you can still take shelter from the wind. And I found the sweet spot here a moment ago, but oh well. So, pry bars in the shed. Where in the shed? I have no idea. My heat's not going down that fast, so that's good. But where the hell is the pry bar that she was talking about? I don't... Oh, there's another... Oh my god, there's another drawer?
Could end up being useful.
You have got to be kidding me. Freaking 2 drawers for the box. Alright. Makes me wonder how many things I missed in my other playthroughs of this game. Okay. So let's see if we can find a gas station. This is the bank, yeah? Credit union. Alright. So that's the credit union. How am I doing on heat? I'm getting pretty cold, but I'm not freezing quite yet. So where is the gas station? It might be at the other end of this place. This is the post office, yeah? It's the post office, okay. Oh man, it's almost worth it to see the sunrise. This game, just something about the Unity engine is... A lot of developers complain that it's hard... The Unity engine's really good and user-friendly in a lot of ways, but a lot of people complain that it's hard to make a game look good in the Unity engine because it has such a specific lighting style and a whole bunch of other issues. Well, not really issues, just how the engine works, really. But it becomes a task in of its own to make a game in the Unity engine look good.
I can always use more food.
Like on a AAA level. You know, you stick something in Unreal Engine, and it just straight off the bat looks amazing without having to change much in the way of settings. As long as you have decent looking textures and models. Unity doesn't provide that so much. The default settings for lighting. And it is fucking dark in here. Oh, I can break this down? Don't know why I would. Alright. I think what we're gonna do... I'm just gonna try and find the gas station. Screw it. But yeah, it's complicated. I've experimented a little bit with Unity, so I didn't get that far in understanding how everything worked because I didn't put the energy into it to really understand the engine. Alright, so no wind left, but it got cold. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Well, we don't have that much wind down here, but it's blowing pretty hard. That's for sure. Let me see.
I can't feel my feet.
Yeah, he's getting cold. This looks like it goes off into the wilderness. Not exactly helpful. Stop sign. Credit union. What the hell's a gas station? Oh shit! Getting in. Oh. Okay. Well, hi. Quick note scratch on the back of a scrap of paper. Betrayal. I left him like I promised I would, and I waited here.
Through another night.
And I waited here like you asked. Where are you? It's getting too cold to sit here. Pick me up at the old post office when you can, and let's get out of here. If you don't pick me up by midnight, I'm out of here on my own. Wait. Is that... That's totally from the woman who left,
Damn. I'm freezing.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Whoever her partner was. Alright, where the hell did the wolf go? Well, we got wolves in Milton, that's great. I'm just going back into the house, screw this. Warm up by the fire and get rid of this hypothermia risk. There she is. Hope you don't mind if I just sit here, do you? 10% cured? That probably smells terrible. Absolutely terrible. And sorry for my mouse going everywhere. I'm trying to adjust my mouse pad and it's not working. There we go. Okay, hypothermia risk is taken care of. But the Long Dark has managed to do something. The developers behind the Long Dark, I can't remember. What is their name? This is really sad. I'm playing their game and I don't even know who the developers are. But they did a really nice job with just making the game look unique. Even with the whole thing that the Unity engine has going for it. Which I think is really cool. On a separate note, we are going to grab food. And the Grey Mother brought up a very interesting moral conundrum regarding taking food that isn't ours. And I already talked about taking food from the natural world and leaving enough behind, especially with plants, so that other animals can subsist on it and still leave behind enough seeds and whatnot so that the plant can reproduce and so that it can remain in the wild. But it's a whole other issue when you're taking canned goods or foods that only humans can access or utilize. You know, it's the whole survival situation where am I going to be taking something that somebody else can or is planning to use later on. And how can you possibly know unless there's... I mean, even if there is a note or something like that, unless somebody is already there, how can you possibly know whether or not you are endangering someone by taking something that is inside a house? And that's the thing with this whole area, because most people have up and left already. Or have at least attempted
Find
to.
some place to escape this cold.
Yeah, we're cooling off fast. I just wish I knew where this damn gas station was. Seriously. So it becomes this dilemma, more or less, of do I take this and risk somebody else getting screwed up? Oh, there's the gas station right there. I need to be careful because we have seen wolves around here. And it is getting cold. Okay, we got the stamina for it, though. I'm just gonna make a break for it. Not seeing any snow tracks. We're not seeing any tracks in the snow, so
Cold.
we should be okay. Alright, and this is what the pry bar is for. You can force things open. Oops. The Orca gas station. But we're taking these food items, and it's... Am I endangering somebody else's life while supporting my own? It's a never-ending argument, and the reason I'm taking everything, aside from the fact that it's a game, is also the concept that I'm going to leave that for now and actually get something to eat as I continue my thoughts. And let's have this stale beef jerky. Where was I before I drained half my brain out my nose? Have an orange soda. Alright. The only reason I'm taking all of the food I can find is because I'm guaranteed, it's guaranteed that I'm gonna need it at some point.
This'll come in handy.
Unless I have an abundance of supplies. If I have a bunch of water, if I have a lot of food or a lot of fuel, then there's no need for me to take all this extra stuff. But
Thank goodness.
in the case where I might be struggling with fire or some other materials, the only way to know is if somebody is actually around there, because you don't know if somebody froze to death. Even if they were only gone for a short while, you don't know if somebody got eaten, you don't know if they found somewhere else and are taking shelter there, and if they forgot or got lost and are moving on. There's so many factors that can go into it that you just can't take account of. The file cabinet probably doesn't have any food in it, but check anyway.
That'll come in handy.
Yeah, stack of papers. I don't need that right now. I got plenty of stacks of papers. Water is always good. Ooh. Well, I don't know. Alright, now that we have the pry bar, we can force stuff like this open. Come on. Here we go.
What have we here?
It's a windbreaker. Ooh. That's nice. Got a toque. Got a toque. Oh, somebody was sleeping here apparently. Alright. Anything here? Doesn't look like it really. Metal shelf, newsprint, metal chair, fire barrel. Oh, more wood matches. Oh, cedar firewood, nice. Somebody's been living here. This is one of the things where, do we know if we're taking the supplies from someone? And we have no way to know, really. they could show up in 5 minutes after we leave and be like, what the fuck, what happened? But the only way we'll know is if we run into them. And that's what's hard about survival situations. You know, it becomes this idea of survival of the fittest, or whoever has the most supplies.
Wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Okay, and we're starting to run out of... No, don't do that. Starting to run out of space here. But if I can get as much of this in one trip as I possibly can... Ooh, some lantern fuel, nice. A paddle, alright then. Probably break that down. And only groups of people that work together can trust each other, you know? Orca Gas Store Notice. General notice to Orca Gas locations on Great Bear Island. As we are no longer in a position to ensure adequate and timely supply deliveries from our mainland distribution centers, we regret to inform you that we must reduce the frequency of our supply deliveries to once per quarter. As such, we are relaxing restrictions on using local suppliers. This applies to our remote locations only. All Orca Gas locations on the mainland must continue to source their merchandise from approved providers. That just sounds wonderful, doesn't it? Alright, we are loaded right now, so I think this is a good start. This is not going to be near enough to fill up her pantry, but it's a... Ooh, my goodness. But it's a good start.
It's making my head feel thick.
Yeah. Got some crows flying around. Is that... What is this? Oh, it's just grass. Alright. Okay, so this weather is absolutely terrifying. Not just because I can't see... Fuck, I thought that was a wolf or a bear. Not just because I can't see more than 30 feet in front of me, but also because I can easily get lost. We thankfully have a straight path to go on here. We have a road that we can follow back to the Grey Mother's house. But if we didn't, it'd be quite interesting to get back. And one of the ancient traditions that indigenous people all over the world used to use, and still use today actually, is something called song lines. Some of you may be familiar with that term, but basically... Fucking woodpecker. Oh, shit. Jumping on empty objects. Yeah, we'll be okay with the hypothermia. We'll get there in time. I didn't hear the wolf again, did I? We are noisy as hell with all that we're walking around with. Oh, fuck, oh, fuck, oh, fuck, oh, fuck, oh, fuck, oh, fuck. Oh, button is clenched. Okay. We're okay. Alright, look at all this stuff. Yo, that wolf would have been so happy. He knocks down the hiker with 4 cans of dog food, all this grape soda. Like the pinnacle of existence, man. Let's transfer all of the coffee. We do not need this many tins of sardines, that's for sure. Ooh, alright. Alright, I think we've earned our place by the fire, considering that run of the mill there. Do I have... Just check my inventory, because I could have sworn... No, I guess I ate the venison, didn't I? Yeah, it looks like the venison's all gone. If I was thinking, I would have kept that, but I wasn't expecting the Grey Mother to ask for food. Or demanded, rather. Alright, so this is all slowly being cured. We've already talked to the Grey Mother about everything, so there's not much point in that respect. I think we're going to check outside just briefly, see what the weather's doing out there. And that's... oh, man. Hearing a wolf just... nope. Nope, 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 nope. We are going to be sitting by the fire for a while. But man, just hearing that wolf bark and then having it charge out of the mist, and not even see it, just hear it and just fucking... ugh. It's good. It's good. But what was I saying? With song lines, the way they work typically is that you'll go by... like, it's half the time it is literally a song. Where... say I'm blind, for example. So to get from where the Grey Mother is sitting right now, from this fireplace, over to the fridge, let's say. So, if we're over at the fridge, we know where the fridge is. We know how all this works. But let's start at the door. Why not? So we can put our hand along the wall. On the wall, the left side, that only extends so far, there becomes a portal into another room. Past the table, past the light, and next to the second window is the fridge. And it's a really crummy example, but after a while, if you apply that to the outdoors, where you're looking for landmarks like fallen trees, telephone poles, road intersections, boulders, that kind of thing, it begins to give you an idea of how a songline works, and it's meant to find locations, caches, find your way back, regardless of what weather conditions are like. And you typically want it every few feet or so, depending on how the environment is. I mean, if you're living in the desert, then you could probably go with a few more feet. If you're living in somewhere like the jungle, then maybe you want to go every few inches. It's very dependent on what is going on. All right, and hopefully the steam has lifted the fog. No, not yet. I can see a little farther, but not by much. The birds sound nice, at least. Come to think of it, where's the deer or elk carcass that we found? I'm not seeing it. Huh. Interesting. Alright, well, let's check out the credit union again real quick, see if we can find some food. It's probably not going to be a whole lot in here, but we can check again anyway. Is there a locker? Here we go. We can force this one open as well. Whoops, screw that up.
Could end up being useful.
Got some antiseptic. Something. New combat boots. Would offer fair resistance to animal bites. That's almost worth taking. Sure, I'll take that. Alright, we're over encumbered at the moment. What could we drop? Or put down, rather?
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Yeah, I know. We have a fair amount of fuel, so how about we drop some of this? We have a lot of matches. Jesus. Why do I have so many matches? Alright, You can drop some of those here, just as a small space saver. It's a single book. The wood is a fair amount. I guess the fuel isn't as much as I thought it would be. These are all tools. Oh, I have 2 sewing kits? Why is that? Alright, and the stones are not quite that necessary. We'll drop those right here. Simple tools are heavy. We don't need all of this lighter fluid. How much is the cured leather? Not much, actually. I'm surprised. I can make stuff with sticks? What? Of course I can make stuff with sticks. I just wasn't thinking about that. Let's see. Let's go ahead and drop these socks. They're not much use to us. Will's shirt. Will's pants. Oh. Sounds like Will's getting hungry. Oh, shoot, well. Guess we can drop these, huh? Go to clothing, get some extra wool socks on there. Nice. Okay, is there anything else I have that I don't want? These are so worn, I'm not going to even bother carrying them around anymore. Okay. Okay, so now we're under our weight limit. Do I have anything for my hands? Just check. These are a little bit better. These actually give a fair amount of water resistance too, but not so much for the wind. We'll go ahead and wear those. And then with this pair, we can just go ahead and drop it. Drop. Thank you. Okay, so that cleared out our inventory a little bit. What's the heaviest food item I got? Probably this. Oh, that can opener sound. And it's little noises like that that's just, it's so interesting to hear how it affects you psychologically. Oh man. Oh, now that we have a pry bar, we can force these open. Never mind. I was lying out my ass. Again. Nothing in there.
This'll come in handy.
Don't really care. Alright, that's that. I guess we don't have much in the way of food in here. That's a damn shame. Really. Oh well. So where else could we go that would have food supplies? I guess really it's just a matter of ransacking everybody's house now. Because I doubt many people are going to be coming back. And we do not really have the items that we would need to hunt properly. So, well, I mean, I suppose we could get a couple rabbits, but I'm not seeing any right now. And it might be because of the weather. Yeah, we'll start breaking into homes again and seeing what we can find. Since you guys have seen most of this, I'm not sure that I really want to continue, but, I'll go ahead and record, and if anything interesting shows up, I'll show it. Like, hey, look at this cool thing.